Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TJ, and today we are going into day 2 of the JSL and later on the RSL. All the games today will be brought to you here live on twitch.tv/HQM Network. Today I'm casting alongside a great young man who goes by Nova Star on the internet.
Nice.
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 Nice. The match we're going to be kicking off with is Perth Thunder versus Rockford. Perth Thunder have lost their only game so far, so have Rockford. They're going to be in a battle for redemption at the very bottom of the bracket. How do you see this one going?
If I can remember the scores, it was a fairly close score.
Oh, I think
Perth played
Perth
5-4.
lost that. Perth lost 5-4 in the last couple of minutes of their first game.
And
Whereas
Rockford lost by a lot more.
Rockford, I think, lost 4-1.
By 3. They lost by 3. 4-1.
All right.
So if it stays like that, Perth is going to win, but it's just based
Well,
off of that. It's only the second day, we still got 14 more games to go.
We are waiting for players to join the server as we speak. I'm going to go ahead and throw us
Official
into
time
the
for
game.
Warm-up starts. We'll start in a minute.
Visually. And here we go. Here is the game. I am super hyped for day 2. This is the second day I've been casting HQM, so I apologise for any errors I do make, but I definitely am looking to improve upon the first day. How are you feeling? We have 3 matches today in JSL, followed by 3 matches in RSL. Is that correct? Or are we 4 matches? Fuck, I was so on top of this going into it. 3 matches.
6 matches in total.
3 matches, 6 matches in total. How are you feeling based on all these matches? What is going to be the match to watch? If you could only watch one, which would you watch, Nova?
That's a tough decision. Hope the RSL schedule. I'm not prepared. What the hell is this? I'm not
I
professional.
think whoever Binghamton plays will be a good match.
Who is Binghamton playing? I can't remember. I know Manitoba were
Binghamton is
playing.
going right up against Peoria.
Oh yes, that team.
Piara.
Rivermen.
The Rivermen. No, I looked this up. I know this shit. I looked it up, but I didn't see their team yesterday.
I do kind of want to see that game actually, because seeing how Peoria destroyed Wilkes-Barre on Monday,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
8-2.
I didn't get to see that match live, however I did get to watch the VOD, and
Oh yes, that was the last game.
it was kind of amazing. We can now see the players beginning to join the server and hopefully beginning to play the game. What players are we watching out for this game?
Players themselves, Jerry Kyles, he really performed well in the prospect tournament, and also Trick Allen play their dabs, because I need to get some BOCing there.
That's not true. Oh,
Dora?
Yeah, restart again. BOC work, yeah, that's what we do.
Your voice is butter, JT? Thanks, no problem. I sometimes go by JT. TJ, are you corrected? Thanks, Caleb. Thank you for the compliment. I can take compliments occasionally. Unfortunately, I can't take teams not joining the server fast enough.
Yes,
The
I agree with you on that.
entirety of Perth appears to be in the server, but Rockford just kind of hates us, I think.
Well, they have, I see 4 players in the game, unless Trick Allen's one of them, but
he's on that team.
I'll make that
but
5.
He just joined too early.
yeah, for Perth, we have Evgeny Malkin, Pylon, Squirtle, Giraffe Killer, who's the only veteran on that team, I think. Might be another one. And Jerry Kyles, who's a brand new player who's really looking good. And on Rockford, they have Trick Allen, Doc Emmerich, my grandfather, Lagoo, and NC Vinyl. I believe Doc is the only old player there, or veteran if you want to call him.
Yes, I think on the entire team.
Let's not be ageist
sure.
here, because we are getting right into the action. The match is going live, and we will be into the first game of day 2 of the JSL.
Fun facts, riots are going on in places to stop Trump. Hashtag feel the burn.
I am not going to get political, because there is literally no upside.
I don't care, I'm Canadian. How would I care about US politics?
I mean, there's no upside. However, speaking of upsides, we can see that already Perth has a bit of advantage in this match. Puck is being forced around by Doc Emmerich. Doc Emmerich is trying to dig it out, and now he has succeeded as. That will be the advantage regained by the Rockford side. Perth now being forced to lob it through the sky in an attempt to return it back down the ice. Who do you see having the stronger defense here? Because right off the bat we've seen two very defensive-oriented teams.
If I knew who was on defense from these two teams, I'd tell you, but...
Alright, fair enough. The red team of Rockford now has the opportunity to return the puck out from behind their own net, and they will be passing it up the ice successfully, but it's intercepted and sent right back under the camera towards their goal. Perth has the opportunity to score, and the cross comes in, but there's nobody there to knock it in, and as a result it will be recovered, never mind cancelled out, but it will be recovered by Grandfather or Trick Allen in the back lines. Jerry Kyle chasing it. Pylon will be able to get there and knock it free from the opposing Rockford players. Perth, however, do maintain temporary control, and the shot on goal almost goes in, but it's easily shut out by the keeper. I believe that's Pylon.
Perth seems to be holding off on their star player, if you want to call him that, for this first period with the Exodus. He got 3 points in that last game.
Well, we have a shot on goal that's
got 2, and High School got 1.
Nicely deflected by Trick Allen on the keeper roll over on the Rockford side. Rockford is now pushing down the ice with the puck in hand. There's a bit of a breakaway from Lagoo, and he's got the shot on goal, and he taps it in the side, but there's nobody to finish it. And as a result, it will stay out. That was a nice attempt, but it looked like he didn't quite have either the stick control or the teamwork to make it happen. Now, being returned back towards their goal for another opportunity, theoretically, as the puck is knocked around behind the Perth goal, behind the Perth net. Perth have regained temporary defensive control now. It's been returned to Rockford. The player in Emmerich has been key to this offence in just keeping it out of Perth's hands, and there's a cross, but it's fumbled by the player with the shot on goal, and as a result it will be kept out of the net for now. Sent back up by the Perth players. They have a bit of a breakaway and a long-range shot to ricochet off, which will go right into Kyle's hands, where Kyle fumbles it. Emmerich, able to run away. Kyle picks it back up off Emmerich, though, with the opportunity to get it back to his teammates who've set up for the cross, but it will be cleanly secured by the Rockford side. What do you make of all this so far? I asked you about their defence earlier. What do you make now that you've seen exactly who's playing where?
Well, Doc, who it looks like he's on defense, he was the only person to get a goal for Rockford in the last game. So hopefully for Rockford he can get another goal, and maybe actually win a game.
I mean, I like winning games. That's easily on my top 10 things. Draft Killer's been forced to come out and nets, pass it up the field, or ice rather.
The thing in Draft Killer, he's been playing since like season 1 of LHL. He hasn't really been the best goalie in any of the leagues, but he should put up something against rookies in this league.
Well, it's always easy. If you're not quite good enough to play in the LHL, play in the JSL and stomp some kids. The push is coming up from Perth, however, it's been successfully defended by Rockford, who were able to reflect it around the back lines and chase it back up the ice. That'll be all they're going to manage. Very defensive focused first period, and we're in the last minute or so of it, as Rockford are making a last-ditch effort, and a shot on goal from long range will miss easily. And should be it, provided nothing amazing happens, and Perth do seem to have the defensive control required. Never mind, they pass it to the opposing side, but it is instantly picked up and carried through, and I think that will be... Never mind, there is perhaps the opportunity. 47 seconds left. Rockford have the opportunity to score, but the Perth defence has been great from Pylon, and that'll manage to keep it out of the net. With 39 seconds left, they need to do something huge over on the Perth side to gain even the opportunity to score, and they have got it down the field. A bit of a breakaway from Kyle. He definitely has the opening. He's passing it down, and it is easily almost knocked in. I thought that was set. He flicked it over the goal. Was that just nerves?
How do you watch the replay on this? Yeah, that wasn't off the crossbar, was it?
No, he just flicked it right on over the goal. With 15 seconds left, Rockford, this is huge. They have the opportunity to score on Giraffe, but he will hold over on Pylon. He's holding his shot. Now he has the opportunity to perhaps return it, but no, never mind.
He might get a last chance here, but
2 seconds, and it will be it for the first period. 0-0. Rockford and Perth tied at the end of the first period. What was the key? I cited some good defence. I cited some
What was
good
that?
defense. What do you think either team can do to break that?
I can say the obvious things will get a goal, but I don't know. Honestly, fam.
Alright, sometimes I know, fam.
Fantastic.
But luckily, we're right back into the second period of this game with 4 minutes 50 on the clock, and another period after that should we need it. And I think
Give me a breakaway.
this will be an interesting breakaway. He scores Space Cow with the first goal of the game. Easy breakaway.
I just
and
realized the
easy goal.
Rockford's actually playing down a man.
Really? Why would that be?
Yeah.
Why would you play down a man?
Missed. I don't know.
Because
Maybe one of their players got DC'd or something.
But you have 8-player rosters, right? So you should theoretically have enough people to
Is
be
it
able
8
to make
players?
it.
Oh god, I thought it was like 13 players.
The rule book that I read said 8.
It's
Mr.
8 for
Commissioner.
RSL, but for JSL, it's larger.
It's 14, I see. On
They're
the
having
JSL
attendance
currently.
issues.
Well, the blue side of Perth had the opportunity to score there, however they whiffed their second shot on goal, and I never updated the scoreboard, I just realised, so I'm going to go and do that. Perth got a goal. It was a nice one. In game, we can see a easy return, and the red side of Rockford forced to defend yet again, as they're, as you noted, down to 4 players. Chat now noticing that. And some shots around the back lines. Perth perhaps attempting to make another breakaway, and they definitely do have the opportunity to do so against this weakened defence. It has been solidly defended. And now hit back up the field, perhaps I spoke too soon. And kept at decent range. The Rockford defence should have no trouble dealing with this, unless something spectacular comes out of Space Cow, and he's definitely in position to do so. Defence will hold strong. Vinyl able to, or yeah, that's Vinyl. See, I'm on top of the names. Vinyl able to knock it down the field. Now, of course, Rockford has the opportunity to equalise should they have the shot on goal, and they have the cross, but nobody's there. So we won't be able to see that goal, that equalisation come in. 3 minutes in the period, and Perth has another shot on goal. They have a fairly open net, and there it is, Space Cow with his second goal of the game to put Perth up 2-0. Yeah, I do think that being down a player is just actually ruining them. Would you agree with that?
It seems like it, because of that player that they're missing is Doc Emmerich.
I just want to point out, I believe that was Maple Syrup in goal, had the world's easiest save, and he almost owned goal.
Sometimes it's always the dirty goals that go in.
Well, we have a
Never the
long-range
nice
shot
moves
on
that
goal.
happen.
Hopefully Space Cow won't own goal this one, as he lurches out to get it. He passes it right to a Rockford player
Open
who
net
is
right now.
unable to capitalise on the suddenly open net with the puck in his arms.
Oh, there's Doc.
And that'll be
Let's see if he
Doc
joins.
rejoining. And the puck is going down the field, and Perth's arms with a long-range shot, narrowly missing the net. And that'll be the opportunity for the equalisation, now that there are 5 people. Perth, of course, still on the offense with an open net. What are we watching? However, somebody is able to deflect it through
Actually,
the net,
Doc
it looked
Emmerich
like.
is still,
That was kind of amazing.
Doc Emmerich is still actually not in the game. He's seemed to be exiting again.
Well,
So
Perth
I don't know
have,
what's going on with him. Maybe ping issues, probably.
Perth have puck control again. Perth are able to open up the net and not score! Why are they not able to score on an open net? That's twice
Maybe they're
now.
just being generous.
I would be that generous. Mostly some rubbish at the game. Able to maintain puck control. Perth once again offending. Rockford almost outgoaling, but somehow managing to avoid that, thank God. And Rockford will be still in this game with a period to go and a minute left in this one. They have the opportunity theoretically to make up 2 goals, but I have to say with the 4-5 player count, I'm not sure it's realistic. And we will now
Doc
begin to
has
see
joined.
Grandfather with the runaway, almost able to get it in on Maple Syrup, rather. However,
So Rockford now has 5 players.
flips it, and there we
Again.
go. 5 players again. We're in a 5 versus 5 with only a period and a minute left. It is possible for the comeback to happen, however, it would have to be
Anything
absolutely
is possible in
incredible
hockey,
one.
question mark.
Yeah, that's why there's the question mark.
Like
As a
that.
shot on goal rebounds off the side of the net and won't go in. Rockford had the opportunity there with only 38 seconds left. I doubt they'll get another opportunity as the puck goes into infinity and beyond. It's Buzz Lightyear. He's making an appearance on the ice here. And it will be picked up by Perth. or not. Rockford able to return it. 25 seconds on the clock. However, Lagu's the nearest player, and he's skating frantically to catch up. Maple Syrup runs out to the net, passes it to Rockford. However, the entire Rockford side miss it. What was that? It just went through all their legs, and now Perth have an open net. Almost. Never mind. They whiff that too, and they run it. Oh my God! What are we watching? We saw some team collision.
Need I say more? The JSL. Oh,
Well, Space Cow able to glide in there and give Perth their third goal of the game in
how does he have 3 goals?
glorious fashion. I'm crying. I have to say, that looked like some of the worst team coordination I've ever seen in any esport. Would you agree with that?
That always makes it more fun to watch. Sometimes. A lot of the time.
Would you say that the major draw of the JSL for you is being able to watch players screw up?
Well, it's fun to watch that sometimes.
So we have Nova, sorry, I almost called you Nova Cow because I was looking at Space Cow. We have Nova Star on record saying that JSL is full of bad players who don't know how to play, and that's hilarious.
What are you, a politician? Trying to say what I said?
So you admit that's what you said?
No.
Joe Jordan with a shot on net, easily defended by Rockford. Perth now perhaps have the opportunity to score, make their fourth.
Pass receive right there.
Yeah, and there is a breakaway from Lagu, and he has a one-on-one with the keeper, and he's able to get it in. That'll be Daniel Lagu for the first goal over on the Rockford side.
Stop talking shit about the players.
Rockford now, with 1 point, they have the opportunity to equalise. 2 quick goals can put them into overtime. And the opportunity, of course, will present itself as Perth give them the puck, perhaps. Their keeper needs to leave the net to get it. And Grandfather able to knock it down nice. Of course, the nearest player now is Lagu. He is good for 1 goal so far this game, and he perhaps will be open for another as the puck spin to win. He's got a Wiimote over there, able to return it behind the net, and Perth able to successfully defend. It goes right into Vinyl's arms though, and he has a bit of a breakaway. The opportunity for a cross as he slams it over to a Perth player, and that'll be it. 3 minutes left on the clock. The return is possible. However, Perth would not have to do this, and Perth are already breaking away. Space Cow's bitten the owner of all 3 goals this game, and he's passed it over to Jordan. Jordan passes it to nobody, and Pylon's forced to come off of the defence to return it. He won't need to, though. Dog Hamrick picks it up. Never mind, the keeper over on Rockford able to return it. Vinyl and Lagu are the 2 players on the offence of Rockford, and they have the opportunity to score, provided one of them is able to dig out this puck. And they definitely are. The puck is now almost sent through the back of the net. That's not how this game works, I'm sorry. Now it's dug out, sent over, perhaps, to Vinyl. Never mind, the Perth players have picked it up, and the Perth players will be able to run it back down the net. Never mind! A quick return from a Rockford player is easily deflected by Maple Syrup, and the goal. That was a nice save, because I definitely didn't see that coming. Shouldn't have been an attempt. However, there's a bit of a breakaway. Shot goes wide, and that'll be it for that breakaway, and that'll be it for Perth's immediate hopes of scoring, as the long-range shot is all. I think he would have missed that if that had been aimed at the goal. However, Perth are now forced to be on the defence once again. Perth able to return it, and the Rockford players are unable to keep their offence running. Rockford defence chimes in once again, able to shut out this quick push and return it back onto their offensive side. Minute and 50 seconds left. They need to have 2 quick goals in order to drive it to overtime, and they're about to be extended. One more as Exodus slides on in there with an assist from
Did the goalie
Space
get
Cow.
the stick on that?
I don't believe so.
Tell.
It looked even from my side. It looked like it was just a good shot.
Oh, okay, yeah. The side that I was looking at looked like it hit off the stick.
Yeah, you may have noticed I'm attempting to run around in free cam.
I see that.
I think that this is the best way to get good perspectives. I would love it.
It also helps for the reviews of like goalie interference, or I'd say offsides, but we don't have that.
Well, I would love some feedback post-stream, or even in the stream chat if you're interested in that. Vinyl, of course, is the closest player to equalise this. They now need 3 goals in the last minute and 13 seconds, and I'm sorry, I don't think it's going to happen as Perth is able to put up a solid defence.
That's possible, that's for sure.
Back down the ice. Rockford perhaps returning, and there's an open net, a one-on-one with the keeper, but he goes wide. And that'll be at the keeper, not even forced to contest it, and there he goes. Maple able to slam it on down the field. Emmerich's the closest player, never mind Trick Allen is. He skates out of goal and fumbles the hit.
Meant to do that, obviously, yep.
Doc Emmerich, as I called him, knowing that would happen, able to return it back down the ice. Over to Grandfather in the scoring position, however, not 3 goals in 37 seconds.
Get that off of him.
And I think that'll be it, as we have 30 seconds on the clock, and Rockford need to score 3 goals in order to stay in this game. Perth perhaps going for another goal as they fumble it slightly on the cross, not able to slam it in. The Rockford offense able to pick it up again with 18 seconds left. They're going for a last-ditch effort to save their reputation. I don't know what's left. And Perth are able to keep it out.
Maybe Doc will try
that'll
to go
be
here.
it. 8 seconds. Doc lobs it down the field and it almost goes in. 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Oh.
That'll be it. Rockford shut out. 1-4. Our next game of the night, which we'll be dropping into in just a few seconds, are the Huskies from that one unpronounceable city. They're going to need to prove they're a threat after they dropped their first game 9-3 versus Iowa. And
prove how to pronounce their names.
They're going up against the St. John side, who barely scraped out a win on day one. It's not a shutout. Well, I use shutout in the proverbial term, not the sports term. I'm sorry. I apologise.
Shutout in hockey is the exact same as a clean sheet.
I understand what you're saying, and I shouldn't have used that terminology. I apologise.
And whatever it might be called in football or basketball, because I have no clue. If they even have something like that. I hope they don't have something like that in basketball.
Well, we will now be going into, as I said, the Huskies against St. John. What are your thoughts on this upcoming matchup?
Well, seeing how the Huskies kind of got destroyed in the last game, 9-3. Hopefully they can get a comeback. Maybe get their first win.
That's some great analysis right there.
And actually, I'm trying to look here at the schedule. But yeah, if the St. John team wins, there'll only be them and Iowa or Texas who would be up in the lead for first, unless Iowa and Texas go to overtime, and the point differential will be off.
Well, we are seeing
It's a little
players
early
join
to talk about points right now, but still.
the server, and as you mentioned points, that is very important. Could you go ahead and go over how points are awarded in the league, just in case anyone who isn't an active
Wins are
player?
3 points. Wins are 3 points. Overtime wins are 2 points. Overtime losses are 1 point, and losses are no points. And I don't know if you knew this. You probably do because you read the rulebook. But JSL, every team makes the playoffs unless we're changing that, but I don't think we have. And RSL, I think it's only 4 teams make the playoffs. Is that right, Dubs?
Is
that correct? Dubbies?
Well, I do know
That is
we are
dead, but okay.
about to get right back into the game. If you just joined us, my name is TJ. I am casting on behalf of the JSL League, live on twitch.tv/HQM Network. I am casting alongside Nova Star. How are you doing, Nova?
And speaking of that, we haven't even said the lineups, by the way. St. John has Kato, Bear, obviously, Coke, and Katsugo. And the Huskies have John Montpelier, Prosty, Superwoof, Caterman, and Clone. And Monty's... Oh, God.
Well, right off the bat, we saw somebody chime in with a nice off-the-top shot. Hopefully, is a sign of what is to come as the red side of St. John are able to make an initial response as they have a breakaway and a shot into goal from Bear. Was that some goalie interference?
He used to be a goalie a couple seasons ago.
Was that some goalie interference? Because somebody was jumping right in front of the goalie.
Did he hit him, though? That's the question.
I don't believe he hit him.
The goalie interference is only if you hit the goalie.
Alright. Well, I'm glad that
and say the goalie comes out of the net and you hit him, that's not completely goal interference.
Alright. I'm glad that we were able to clarify that. The Huskies now have the opportunity to respond as they have a bit of a breakaway and will be shut down by one of the players. whose name I will pick out almost instantly as soon as this clusterfuck of players moves away. Thank you, Ketsugo, with an amazing pick, and now a shot near the goal. Doesn't force Office Lamp to be challenged, but here comes the opportunity as a cross flies through the sky. However, it bounces unexpectedly, and I think that's why he missed
look at
it.
the lineup right now. St. John actually has the most experienced team. Because Bear, obviously, Coke, and not Katsugo, and Kate. Oh, wait, no. Am I looking at the wrong team? Maybe not. Yeah, 3 of the players on that team have played for at least a season.
Well,
some of them have played for 2.
An interesting note, given that the Huskies got so shut out. We might be seeing another opportunity, as I just realised that I didn't update the scoreboard to show that St. John had a point against the Huskies.
Yeah, well, the Huskies only have 1 official veteran player on the team.
Well, it definitely showed when they were obliterated the other night. And now they do have the opportunity for a shot on goal, and Caterman! Nice long range cross right on in.
Superwolf, also known as Dan, also seems to be one of the best goalies out of the Prospect Tournament.
Well,
and one of the only goalies out of the Prospect Tournament.
It's kind of interesting because with the 1-1 scoreline, the Huskies have already proven that they're going to be able to show up a bit more than they did last game, which was a complete obliteration against them. I believe the final scoreline was 9-3, and not in their favour. And they do have another opportunity to score as the puck bounces outside of their net, and now they have the option to go for it. St. John seem to have this situation under control. Never mind, 2 players fumbling in a row, and it's now open. Bit of a breakaway from John Monton. He goes for the shot. Outright will bounce it over the net. He's picked it up, has the opportunity for the cross, and he will flip it on over some players and not manage to get anything out of it yet, as a bit of a lapse in concentration allows a St. John player temporarily to recover it. However, it is sent right on down to the Huskies' side of the pitch, and it will be picked up and run right back down. We're seeing a bit of a tennis game again. Picked up and returned. Now the opportunity for St. John is to score. Huskies' defence strong so far as the shot goes wide. Backed up and around the back of the net. We can see some interesting play. Flipped up. And it won't be able to get anywhere unless the St. John's defence unexpectedly crumbles. Or rather, St. John's offence makes an unexpected breakthrough. Now the St. John's defence is going to be tested. Hi, Daniel Legoo in chat. He said hi in chat. I wanted to say hi back. Huskies with the opportunity for a cross, able to toss it around and waiting for the opportunity as they throw it through the air and not able to land the spin-to-win Wiimote style execution.
That's Monty. John Mont. That's his signature, you could say. Always tries to spin to win.
Well, I have to tell you, I played Legend of Zelda on the Wii, and it wasn't bad. Now the shot almost comes in, but some player collision denies it. That could have been a golden opportunity for the Huskies to go up. However, they weren't able to land it, and as a result, with only 46 seconds left, there's a bit of a breakaway after it's instantly denied. Coke now is the opportunity for his own breakaway, passes it instead to Bear. Bear has the opportunity. He has a bit of an open shot. However, he will not manage to take it. Never mind, he jukes the defender and gets it behind the net, not able to finish off the shot. Coke able to send it right on back to him, but he's not in the right position, and it's going all the way down. John Mont able to pick it up and running over for the Huskies offense. They might have a bit of an opportunity to score because they have an open net and they miss it narrowly. And that'll be it. 14 seconds left. The run up back down the field. I believe this will be the last play of the game from St. John, provided nothing insane happens.
Play the period.
Play the period, you're right.
Not the game.
Sometimes I miss my words. And a long-range shot is hit on the side of the net, and that'll be an intermission. 1-1 is the scoreline. We're looking at a great game so far. What can you see
is now
in the
going
upcoming period?
Yeah, Hunted is going in. Oh, who the heck subbed in? I'm blind. Hunted's subbed in for Superwolf. And Sir Gregor's subbed in for John Mont. For the Huskies.
The Huskies. I thought John Mont was our
Snub.
Wiimote champion. It's already an easy goal from Splash as he comes in with a nice sideline goal to put St. John up 2 points to 1. And the Huskies need to quickly chime back in. The puck is going into space. It returns perhaps on Tatooine as it's sent towards the St. John's side.
I see. I got your reference there. This one.
Thank you.
Got the dank memes.
I am the master of the dank memes, as St. John is able to
Well,
return it to their
I
attacking
think some
side.
members of this
Alright.
community would say something different about that.
Fumbled and sent all the way into the sky. I think we're landing somewhere different. That's no moon. Canadian Wookiee able
That's
to
a
pick it up
question
and
mark.
keep it on the offense. Coke returning with the opportunity for a cross. Should a player be in position, and he's found one. Sends it over to Splash, and he almost gets his second goal of the game, but he won't manage to. And now he's locked down. The
Remember
puck
something that's
sailing
good
back over to
about
Canoodle.
snub defense? While that shot goes on. They're playing the two defensemen on the boards, which is good if the puck goes around there. If they played a little bit out of the boards, so in case it went down the middle, it might make it a little bit better, but past that, they're playing really good on defense for the St. John team. Well, for the Huskies, I don't really know. I'm really looking up there.
I love you too, Squirtle.
Isn't he playing right now?
I don't know, but he's taking the time to write in chat.
No, it's last game, never mind.
Caterman with the shot on net, able to go slightly wide and picked up by the players on the St. John side. That'll be it for the Huskies offense unless an excellent cross can come in and Gregor's forced to break away and go back as Hunted attempts to intercept, and that'll be it. Sent back down the ice over to the Huskies. So, sorry, I had a rough moment there. Like lactic acid came up into my mouth. I think
That's a problem.
I think my food earlier was so good my body was sending it back up so I could taste it a second time. Frosty, able to run down the ice and almost had a bit of a breakaway, but he shut down easily and returned back down. This will be St. John's turn to attack. Right, I do believe it's been shut down pretty quickly as the player on the defence is able to remove it quickly. Splash leading the charge as the closest player. Caterman takes that place. Canoodle running after and not able to get anything. Sent all the way back down. St. John have been consistently on the offense. Huskies have rarely managed to mount anything, and I'd say the scoreline reflects that. We can see St. John once again briefly on the defense. I don't expect this to last long. Never mind. Shut in, kept in play by Hunted. Hunted has the opportunity to return to several players, such as Caterman, who are in position over Caterman whiffs it, and that'll be it. Puck sent right back out. No opportunity to score for the Huskies, aside from the one they whiffed. Frosty able to, never mind, not able to return it. St. Gregor's is able to, however, and it's sent solidly down the ice over into the welcoming arms of Hunted and co. Hunted won't even get to touch at those. It's sent right back down. You know, I object. I can see chat, alright? When you're running on ice, it's called skating. Therefore, it's still writing. Running. Writing. I'm just going to take a
I'm
break.
looking at the chat right now, and I'm one of the HCOM networks. I know you're not talking on it.
I'm going to take a break.
I don't know, I think it's Johnny Hockey,
when I'm done. Well, returning to the cast, Frosty, is the opportunity to defend as Huskies are on their defence. St. John up 2-1 with only a minute left on the clock in this second period. We have the opportunity to raise it perhaps as Canoodle and co have the opportunity to defend. There are so many opportunities, it's like a bar mitzvah. Send back around. Coke and co will be able to lead the charge on the offence, or it has been shut out by a Huskies offensive player. I believe that was Hunted briefly doing some good work. Frosty will be the player to intercept and lob it back down the field. I think we're curling all of a sudden as players are skating afterwards, blowing at it with fans but not quite touching it. And able to knock it around a bit finally and lob it through the air. The puck in this game moves an awful lot more like a beach volleyball than a puck. However, that is what makes it brilliant. Sent around the ice and into the waiting arms of Sir Gregor's as he lobs it back down for the Huskies offence to take care of it. However, the St. John defence will be the first to get their sticks on it. Never mind, his both players miss and St. John will finally able to touch it. Never mind, it bounces off another player and that'll be it. The intermission is on, and that is the end of the second period. St. John leading the way, 2-1. Do you have anything to remark on that second period?
No, I'm just reading chat right now.
It's always a
It's
mistake.
something alright.
This game's fake just like WWE. That's kind of interesting that you say that. Because I'm fake, just like the WWE. As the Huskies offense briefly has a shot on net, or they miss it off the top bar, able to return it back down the ice over to the new keeper, Super Woov. Now on the defense, Clone able to knock it around, keep the defense strong, and the shot on net almost goes in, but it's slightly wide. And that'll be the opportunity for Canoodle to return it. St. John's on some great offense. Look at my words being great.
Wrong league.
Versailles leading the assault. He briefly makes a breakaway, already shut out instantly with only 4 minutes on the clock. This St. John's offense needs to do some great things. However, I don't think they're going to be able to. Brief return from the Huskies, and they are managing to keep it locked down. I'll say that for the St. John offense. They are managing to keep it locked out of the opposing side's net and their offense. And now the Huskies have the opportunity. Never mind, shut out easily. This defense, or perhaps its offense from St. John, has been great. Now the Huskies almost had the opportunity to go on full-blown offense, but it's ricocheted badly, and as a result there's the potential for a breakaway from the side of St. John, and it will be shut down fairly quickly. Never mind, shot on goal goes wide. Over it, there will be players in Bear close enough to return it, go for the cross, and that'll be it. Bear with an easy goal. Able to put it up 3-1. With only 3 minutes left in the game, I'd say that's a fairly insurmountable scoreline. However, it definitely is possible. A goal a minute will give them the win. 2 goals over the next 3 minutes will bring them to overtime. And that is definitely a welcome possibility. However, it hasn't been open for the St. John's defence so far. They've been a very closed wall, a bit like Donald Trump's. As the Huskies side has had no opportunity to get in, and that'll be Bear with another goal, making it to this game 4-1. Why is Bear so successful?
That's a good question. A lot of practice for it, maybe?
Fair enough. Super Woov.
Or maybe just a lot of luck, who knows?
Wow, way to diss him. Kubiak's finally able to make a bit of a breakaway, but it's instantly returned by Canoodle, vaulting it all the way back down the ice over into the waiting arms of 2 Huskies players who perhaps have the opportunity to regain a bit of their dignity. Never mind, they've all missed it, and it's open for a return by Paris now. Waiting for the cross is, I believe that Splash is skating it back over. The Huskies have maintained temporary control over it, and the Huskies have the opportunity to regain a bit of their dignity as the shot on goal doesn't come in because he lost it between his feet, and he won't be able to get anything out of that. And the St. John's side is embracing it gloriously, sending it over to their keeper with the potential for an own goal. It won't quite happen. I'm sorry. Sir Gregor able to run it down the ice with the opportunity for the Huskies with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. It's still not impossible, it's fairly unlikely. And that'll be it. As
I like your logic there. It's good logic.
I like your logic too.
I don't know if you've ever seen it. If you've ever seen the player Matt.
No.
Okay, well he's like the best at this game. At least in North America. And he got, I think, a lot of goals in a lot of seconds. In one of his games.
Unfortunately for the Huskies, they need to get a lot of goals in very few seconds. So I don't think even Matt could do that, as there's another goal from Bear. What was that? There was no player even in the net. Bear's got 3 goals this game.
Too much.
5-1. Flo Bacon, welcome to Honky Question Mark. Feel free to check out all the things in the description. This is a fun little game. And the only people who aren't having fun are the people over on the Huskies side, as they've been completely shut out. And, sorry, I can't use that word. They've been completely destroyed so far. And they won't have the opportunity to make it any better, although there is an option, perhaps for Versailles, and he will go wide, and that'll be it. Returned quite easily behind the net, and the player in Ketsugo will be able to dig it out, send it back down the ice into the waiting arms of the Huskies defence. However, the Huskies defence will miss the hug, and be forced to rely on their keeper to send it back. 18 seconds left for the dignity of his team. Versal goes for the shot and goes wide. That'll be it. 9 seconds left. Skating slowly in and returned viciously down the ice. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and that'll be it. Final score is St. John leading 5-1 over the Huskies. That is their second sound defeat in their 2 games so far.
That makes St. John unofficially at the top of the leaderboards right now. Well, leaderboard standings, whatever you want to call it.
Well, that's definitely good. Our last game tonight on the JSL will be Iowa versus Texas. However, it is important to remember that we will have the RSL games, all 3 of them, from slightly higher skilled players coming up right after this. So stay tuned. Do you have any thoughts on Texas versus Iowa?
Seeing how Iowa, Texas both won their last games, this probably be a closer game than the last few.
Well, I am definitely looking forward to it. As a reminder, we have Iowa go up against Texas. They're both in first place. Iowa looked untouchable in day 1. They went up 9-1 over the Huskies, but Texas showed up in their own game with a 4-1 scoreline. I am eagerly anticipating, because these 2 teams are absolutely top in the league. Granted, we've only had 1 day, but they both looked dominant.
But you know, those 1 days, they show a lot. Sometimes they can actually, in all honesty, they can sometimes.
Well, welcome back to Game, as we are all the way in. My name is TJ. I'm casting all the action on the JSL live on twitch.tv/HQM network. And here we go into the first period, as an easy early breakaway is denied by the Texas defense. And Iowa will manage to return it with their keeper leaking out of the net in order to do so. Red Pepper bring it back down the ice. We're seeing a bit of a volleyball match so far. I think I remember that from one of these 2 teams' earlier games. I don't know if it was... I think it was Iowa who were lobbing things up and down the ice with reckless abandon. Kilpatrick able to pick it up, perhaps make a breakaway. No, denied by the defense over on Texas. Keller returning it swiftly. Toodaloo, and some bad situations, able to run away with not so good Cody going for a shot and missing it slightly. Picked up and run back by the Iowa attacking side potentially, as they have the opportunity to pass perhaps to DM. Oh, it's some great work from Kilpatrick, able to weave through 2 players before he's denied.
Side note, on preseason, this is the same game. Iowa and Texas. Iowa won 4-1 against Texas. That's the last game they played, so maybe that will show something. Maybe Texas has been improved since then.
Thank you, Flay Bacon. That makes me feel good.
What do you say?
He said, "You have a very good caster voice." I added caster man to the end of it.
Yeah, cast man.
You have a very great caster voice, caster man. Toodaloo over on the Iowa defense, returning it back down the ice, and able to slam it from very long range. I didn't hype that up because I didn't expect that to go even remotely near the net. Did you see that? That was absolutely incredible. Toodaloo on the defense, able to throw one all the way down the ice in brilliant fashion. Sent right back down. The opportunity for the return from Texas is definitely up in the air, as we're only in the first period and we have 3 minutes left. Even in that first period, Iowa struggling on their defense. Over their defense netted them their first goal of the game, so I definitely wouldn't put that out there. Kilpatrick dodging and weaving. We saw some great stick work from him, able to completely juke several opponents earlier in the game, and I look for that to continue. Not so good Cody will run into issues as Keller and Co are forced to return it. DM is very far away from the net, but Toodaloo, the scorer of the game's only goal so far, is able to lower right back down the ice in stereotypical fashion for the Iowa side. And this time it won't go in, thank God. I've seen enough acts of God for 1 day. Cody able to stop it and run it back around, and Eric forced to contest for it. Keller going in, throwing his hat in the ring too, and that'll be it as the puck is removed from the possession of Iowa. Texas running away, going for the net and missing slightly behind the net now. keeper is able to retrieve it and send it all the way back down the ice into the waiting arms of Royal Matter. Royal Matter will just stare it down, establish dominance. Furiously stare it down. Bring it back over to Toodaloo. Toodaloo returning it. Another famous long-range snipe. No, it's not. It's kept and the defense fails, allowing the option for some nice return from Toodaloo. Yet again, he's doing a great job over on the defense for Iowa, just keeping the puck completely out of their side. And he will have the opportunity to do it yet again, as he's having great fun just lobbing it back with the force. Kilpassel able to break away and do a little bit of opportunity. Should he get the cross onto the players waiting for him, either not so good Cody or DM, he would have the opportunity for a goal, for the net to touch the puck for the second time for Iowa. However, it won't happen, and Texas is able to return it off a successful defense. Only a minute left on the clock. The puck is sent right back around behind the Texas net and returns swiftly over to not so good Cody, who has the opportunity for the shot. He centres it instead. However, none of the players are available, and the keeper is forced to leave the net in order to deal with the situation. Sent right back down in the waiting arms of Kilpassel as he attempts to deal with it. Texas with the opportunity to score as a bit of a breakaway comes in off the back of some nice play by Cos Maximus. Able to go for a shot cross over to Keller. It doesn't happen though. Sent back to Rare Pepper, who's able to lob it back down the field. Hovering around behind the net, the potential is there. It's in a very ugly position for the Iowa defense. However, it won't be slammed in as it had the potential to be. And as a result, Texas, never mind, able to return it, able to keep it in play with only 10 seconds left. They need to do something huge, and it won't happen just yet, and it won't happen at all, as the remaining 3 seconds are used by the puck, drifting away, just like Texas's hopes slowly are as we end the first period. Iowa, 1-0. What did you observe?
So since my game is next one after this, I'm going to go to my own channel now.
Right,
so I don't know who's going to be co-casting with you. Dabs, maybe, but I don't know.
Dabs, are you available to talk?
Yes, but not with the best quality of a mic.
Oh, yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, no, stay quiet. No offense, but that was loud. Eric VM.
Good luck with this stream.
Able to send it up to Cody. Thank you very much. Eric
User
VM.
left your channel.
In control as the user authoritatively leaves my channel. Miss Robot Lady told me so. Rare Pepper able to hold it. Never mind, Rare Pepper misses the defense and still allows his team to take the lead early on in terms of puck control. Texas over are not in the lead in terms of the point control. And they are able to have the opportunity perhaps to score one of those said points as a skate around is denied and lobbed back down the field over to the Texas defense. The Texas defense whiffs it slightly. The keeper comes out of net to lob it right back down. We can see Toodaloo being forced to intercept it, chasing it behind the net and able to return it around the side as he should be able to, sending it sliding around the outside in traditional Iowa fashion. Keeping it in play, but more importantly in play on the other side of the pitch. Kept out. Keller perhaps have the opportunity to go in. There's some great keeping. Will keep it out. Kilpassel leading the push away as he attempts to make a bit of a U-turn, perhaps a 3-point turn. Toodaloo returns it though. He's having none of it. He's got the only goal this game. Rare Pepper is actually Pepe. I mean, I knew it was in reference to that, but I didn't know if it was actually doing that, and I only assumed that everybody's a meme in my dream. There's some very nice play. Is able to almost have the puck go in for Iowa twice. Texas's defense look very hard stretched in order to keep this in play, and the puck goes right through the camera briefly. However, it will return to earth as Cody able to almost return it. Now Toodaloo skating around with it, denied entrance or exit rather, as they will return it in custom Iowa fashion. Passing it, never mind, the pass goes awry. However, it will be instantly picked up once again by Toodaloo, who has it robbed from him like taking candy from a screaming child armed with knives. Kilpassel able to pick it up around the backside. Never mind, he's been denied too. And DM will be the last player to touch it as a Rare Pepe races out to grab it. He's apparently an uncommon Pepe, according to chat. I might stick with that. Uncommon Pepe is not able to put his stick on the puck. Not an uncommon occurrence in the JSL. Am I allowed to say that? Ericum running away. However, he's denied by Kilpassel. He's definitely shown some great control. He tries to do, however, he's been denied. And that'll be Keller picking it up, leading the offense for his side. And definitely has the potential to slide it on in as he passes it back to the Iowa players accidentally, and the Iowa players will be able to make a bit of an offense of it. We see Kilpassel skating his way down the ice, juking and jiving with the opportunity for the shot, and he will slide it in. Kilpassel absolutely deserved that one. It'll be Iowa going up 2 points to 0. Now with the final period only a minute and 40 seconds away, Texas definitely need to pick up their play if they want to return back into this game, and they're doing exactly that as the ball, or rather puck, is in a bit of an unfortunate position for them. It's been kept out though, and will be kept out solidly by their keeper, Phil. Phil, however, might be challenged again briefly. No, he will not. The Iowa side able to go for a shot, but more importantly, keep the puck on the right side of the pitch for them. And sent around behind the net, and picked up by Kilpassel, as he will flip it off the wall. That's some amazing puck control. I absolutely adore the way Pessel is moving his stick to control the puck. And I look forward to him being absolutely instrumental to his team throughout the season, because he's shown off some great skill. On a breakaway yet again, however, he will be denied. And Cody will fumble his opportunity. We do perhaps have the opportunity for Toodaloo to make another big defensive play. He won't manage to make it, and it's sent past Phil behind the net. Phil frantically watching it, staring it down. It will be thrown on out. I believe that was Toodaloo in customary style for him. And the shot is on goal, however, it will go slightly wide. Phil not forced to save it just yet. However, Phil may be put under pressure shortly as the puck is wisely skated around the back of the net rather than right on into it. I believe Toodaloo's fake swipe was quite effective, and it will now be, never mind, caught and returned right down the pitch. Into the welcoming arms of the defending Texas side. They won't be able to get anything out of it should nothing incredible happen. I take it back. Never mind, Toodaloo quite happy to have another shot on goal. He won't make it, but that's not what's important. What's important is that is the end of the second period. Texas is down 0-2, and some great offense from the Iowa side, coupled by absolutely stupendous defense, has been superior so far. I apologise if I take any breaks that seem a bit odd during this period, because I am casting solo, which means I don't have any coverage from when I need to take a drink of water or pause for breath. But we are right back into the game with the third and final period, 5 minutes on the clock, and Texas have this opportunity to get 2 goals. It's not impossible, but they would need to show a level of form they have not displayed so far into the match. Kilpassel able to jog it right back around, no breathing allowed. Alright, I promise not to. Cody with the opportunity for a shot, he is swiftly denied. Eric M and Kilpassel struggling for the puck. Kilpassel will not manage to get it. Toodaloo forced to play the defense he's been so stupendous at so far, as he runs it around and hopefully lobs it down the pitch in the way he has done so all game. Never mind, he's running with it. He's running all the way down the field. Or ice, rather. Sorry, I apologise. My terms are off. Sent back around and in the back. Won't be able to get anything out of it for the Iowa side, but they don't need to. They don't need to establish a lead, they just need to maintain one. And so far they've been doing a great job of that. Toodaloo playing a bit more offensively, able to run around behind the opposing net and not get anything out of it so far. However, Netflix and Shell is leading the push. He's been absolutely demolished by a body block, and that'll be the end of that push. Phil should be able to intercept this, but he won't need to, because Toodaloo's right on it. Phil quite wisely staying within the net and able to watch the puck sail away. Never mind, it's been intercepted by the Texas offense, and they have the opportunity for a cross and a one-on-one with the keeper, but I fumble it slightly, and as a result they won't get anything out of it. I believe that was Netflix and Chill who had the opportunity for the goal. However, he wasn't able to capitalise. Sent right back down the rink into the waiting arms of Ericum. Ericum walls it off the wall in an attempt to avoid his defenders. However, Toodaloo will rob it from him, skate around the back as he's been apt to do, and the puck has been left behind the whole clusterfuck. Now Toodaloo able to send it right on down. Almost another long-range goal, but he's slightly off. That'll be picked up, sent back down to Aracum, who has the opportunity for the first goal for Texas. However, Netflix and Toodaloo will be the only players in position to do so, and Netflix whiffs terribly by sliding past it. Keller also unable to get a stick on the puck, and it will be once again on the side of Oilmata and the Texas defense. Oilmata's not in net. This isn't ideal, but it's been dealt with as the puck is removed over to the right side of the pitch in the Texas point of view. Recovered, Toodaloo able to knock it right on down and return it back to the Texas defense. 2 minutes on the clock, third period, 2-0 for Iowa. Iowa having great fun keeping it out of play over Texas. Do have the opportunity for a breakaway. Rare Pepe leading the charge. Toodaloo racing up to meet them and not able to defeat them. This is huge because Cody's the only player with any sort of defensive position, and he will manage to make the play, allowing the defense to survive. Cody skating up now. He is the breakaway. Now he is the opportunity. Oilmata skating out to meet the charge. Head on and passing it all the way into the goal. That's a keeper goal. That'll be the first point for Texas off the back of the keeper, sending it all the way down the field. That was absolutely incredible. Minute 25 up on the clock, and with a very narrow shot, not able to capitalise. Texas almost drove this to overtime right then and there. They won't manage to just yet. Texas now forced to defend yet again. We've seen some great defence from Texas, and is this another keeper goal? No, it's wide. Picked up and sent right to the Texas offense, who sadly fumble it, only slightly managing to miss it. Now, Ericum and Co are leading the offense with the opportunity to bring it to overtime. Only a minute left on the clock, make that 50 seconds. And the offense over on Iowa is doing a great job of just keeping possession. It has been returned by Oilmata over to Keller. Keller skating in, lobbing it down the ice and into the one-on-one. However, the one-on-one will be fumbled by Netflix. Perhaps the nerves of the big game getting to him. He will manage to toss it on over. Perfect cross position will be denied by some perfect defense. 30 seconds left on the clock. And that will be it, I do believe, as the pitch is not taken over. It's not locked down by Texas. Iowa, with the potential for a goal, however, they won't be able to capitalise, and it's been sent out. Texas, only 10 seconds left to achieve this overtime, and they don't have the opportunity yet. Now perhaps they do, as it's sent very narrowly outside of the net. Only 1 second left and that'll be it. Game is over. Texas behind 1 point to Iowa's 1-2. That was a very good match, and that'll be the end of our JSL games. However, never fear, the RSL is here. The RSL will be on very shortly. I'm going to go ahead and prepare. We do need to set everything up. I don't have a co-caster to cover for me while I do so. I will throw it over to this image, and here we go. Is the RSL is very nearly live. Oh god, that's not quite right. Properties. Sorry, I'm preparing terribly. I'm going to go ahead and bring up some music while I do exactly this, and I will be joining you on the other side of this quick break.
Is the stream muted? So yeah, I'm outside right now. Yeah. Stream's muted, right? We can't hear you right now. Oh, they can hear me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are going live right into the first match of the RSL today. I'm going to go and kill the JSL logo because I didn't think to change that because I'm a terrible human being. Right into the match, we have Manitoba going right up against the deadly foe they have over on the other side of the ice. We obviously saw Manitoba disgraced 3-0 yesterday, while St. Charles were narrowly defeated 3-2 in their own match. So this is a mud pit wrestling match at the very bottom of the standings, and I am highly excited to cast it. My name is TJ, I am casting alongside absolutely nobody, and we will be in the first period with 3 minutes left on the clock. Manitoba versus St. Charles. Manitoba do have puck control currently, however St. Charles, just seconds ago, were able to touch it. Manitoba, briefly under pressure, however they will be able to deal with it over on their defensive side and send it right back down. I'm going to bring up the map because I just realised I forgot to do that. Nova Star, my co-caster for some earlier games today, will be unable to capitalise on anything, and a long-range shot will miss, thankfully. I've had enough of those for today, and this will be the first opportunity that I've seen Manitoba have for an easy goal. They won't manage to capitalise on it, however the defence will stay strong over on the St. Charles side. A long-range shot won't go anywhere, but the opportunity for a cross is there, and it won't happen. This game is called Hockey Question Mark. It's free to play. Check out all the links in the description. My name is TJ. We are live on twitch.tv/HQM Network. Please do, if you're watching this on the VOD, check it out. And I would greatly enjoy it if you would check out the game itself, because it's a very, very fun game. The Ace side with Aces on goes John Munt, Exodus, Icy, and nope, I said all the players. Is doing fine, and Zod, as I stumble over my words, has got his first goal of the game, and that'll be the first goal for Manitoba. God damn it, my words are terrible today. It's been picked up, however, and perhaps an opportunity for a second. No, swatted out of the air and returned over to the Manitoba defence. The Manitoba defence able to return it, however, Icy able to toss it over to Zod, who in turn misses it slightly, and it's sent around, ricocheting into Nova Star's arms as he ricochets it off the wall over to Dr. Kerms. Dr. Kerms tossing it back over to Nina, who gazes at it mournfully and then glides over to pick it up and lob it back down the pitch. Icy unable to capitalise on the goal that was potentially offered to him. However, it doesn't matter because Icy's able to return it and send it right back over for another opportunity, another shot on goal denied by the defence over on the St. Charles side. Manitoba has done absolutely great work so far, and that's another goal for Goes. Manitoba 2-0, easily showing off their skills so far as they take a 2-0 lead. Labels are off, TJ. MTB is blue. Oh, fuck. I take it back. Manitoba hasn't been leading. St. Charles has. I was so proud of Manitoba ever so briefly. Manitoba is not leading. St. Charles is up 2-0. You are absolutely correct. Thank you for calling that, BJ. It's been picked up by Marchie, however, over on the Manitoba side, their defence has been unsuccessful at holding off the aggressive play of St. Charles so far. And they won't succeed this time either, because St. Charles has the opportunity to double dip, go for another shot. Manitoba forced to defend again. Manitoba barely managing to lob it on out, and it will be picked up by Marchie, who in turn tosses it straight up in the air and it spins around like a dead puck. I don't know, it was a little bit dead. And that'll be the end of the first period. St. Charles 2-0, leading the way. I don't know why I managed to get those back. I think I wrote them down wrong in my casting sheet. That was my bad. I mean, it was obviously my bad no matter what happened, but definitely was my bad in that case. Sent around behind the St. Charles defence. St. Charles will easily be able to return it though, and the play is up in the air as Manitoba briefly able to go on their own offense, however it has been shut down completely. The only player leading this offense from St. Charles is Zod. However, he's been quite formidable so far, and he's in the opportunity to deny the pass. However, he won't be able to, and neither will his teammate. It goes all the way in. The potential for the one-on-one is there, however, it will be denied. I believe that was Murchie or White Keck over able to deny it. White K? Don't know. Can't see his whole name. Picked up in turn by Icy. Icy will be able to lob it down the pitch into the waiting stick grasp of the Manitoba defence. Manitoba are able to return it themselves and send it right on down to the opposing side. Finally able to mount a bit of an offence, however has been shut down yet again. I'm enjoying the solid defence we're seeing from the St. Charles side. I think that's been key in terms of allowing their more explosive offense to get the breakaways they need to score the goals. Zod now has the opportunity. He's responsible for at least one of the goals in this game. That mid-air swat! I was absolutely denied. You don't try and score on Kobe Bryant like that. As White Guy able to finally chime in. Exodus lobs it back down the field to the St. Charles offense. St. Charles offense not able to touch it. Has been sent back to their defense. The Manitoba offense briefly gets a chance to see the puck, and they will be able to continue it with some nice puck play from Exodus. However, Exodus will miss his shot on net. I apologise. That was Murchie doing great work. And I miscalled it as Exodus. He's even on the wrong team. That should have been a dead giveaway. Easy long range shot with the potential for the cross, or the cross does not chime in from Zod, and as a result Murchie will be able to run around behind the net and chuck it back down the ring. Murchie instead trying to run it himself. There goes the long range shot. It has been deflected quite masterfully by Ice and Net. Picked up and reflected around in turn by the St. Charles side. St. Charles defence able to lob it. Brief bit of stick gets on it from, I believe that was Murchie. However, it won't be enough to stop it. It will be held in check now. Returned down the pitch. St. Charles forced to go on the defence. Now they've turned it into offence as they skate around with the potential for the cross. And the slam, the spin to win, will not chime in. Icy and Murchie chiming in together. Murchie able to steal it away from him. And Murchie will be leading the way as he goes for a nice long range shot, and that'll be Manitoba's first goal of the game. Go and take a sip of water. I have no co-caster, so I cannot cover.
I'll get you one in 2 minutes.
You will, thank you, sir.
Yes.
What I can tell you about is Novistar 19. Novistar 19 was previously my co-caster, however he's doing a great job so far at throwing it back over onto the St. Charles defence side. His team, however, is still behind by 1 goal in the second period. Locked out by a couple players, and the brief chance for the Manitoba offence has been locked out by some great defence from, I believe that was Exodus. The St. Charles side able to reflect it on in with the potential for the goal. However, it will be locked out by Manitoba. Manitoba skating back down the ring with the potential for the one-on-one, not able to get it. There's so much potential in these plays that's just being shut out time and time again. Exodus leaking it over to Zod, who in turn will have to win a one-on-one versus Dr. Kerms, who will manage it with the puck. Racing on over to Goose, who chucks it back. Goes now being forced to go for the net, not able to get it. Murchie able to pick it up. White K not able to allow it past him. Not Dr. Kearns racing alongside goes for the net. Novistar will be observing from a distance as Murchie is able to send it to him. Novistar will be able to lob it right on down the field into the open arms of Exodus, who returns it quite swiftly. Now with the potential for the net, Zod racing around the outside, not able to get it in, and Zod will be forced to peel off. The defence of St. Charles is now put to the test, and White K with the second goal of the game for Manitoba. That'll even it up. We're going into the third period, or rather we will be in 9 seconds provided something amazing doesn't happen, and it definitely won't be as the puck goes sailing. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That'll be it. 2-2 going into the third period. St. Charles took an early lead, however they were easily
User joined your channel.
tied up by Manitoba. Hello, who are you?
Hi, I'm Guy.
Hi, Guy. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, shit, no, your name's actually Guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Guy, I am currently watching a magnificent match between St. Charles and Manitoba. What have you made of it so far?
I actually have not been watching up until right now, so I'm gonna hop in the server right now.
Man, I am incredibly hurt. The
I'm sorry.
Manitoba defense was briefly stressed, however, St. Charles has been able to return it and able to begin a offense. It has been shut down by Icy and Exodus, who have been an incredible pair on the defense all match long. And back over to Nina. The goalkeeper leaves his post in order to return it. Zod is now presented with an open net as a result, however, he will be quickly shut out by a wall of Manitoba that forms. You've got to be scared of those Manitoba walls. They're like Donald Trump walls, but more northerly. Dr. Gurm's able to run it down the pitch into the open arms of the St. Charles defence. Not able to achieve anything with it, however. And this is a very back and forth match. Guy, what do you think could break either team's defence?
I think we're gonna need to see probably an individual performance from, I'd say, either Ghost or I guess Marchie maybe. So
Well,
some sort of really nice stick handling would probably do it here. Because from what I can tell, these are pretty strong teams defensively. So
we've absolutely seen some great defensive play. As you mentioned it though, Novastar is forced to race to the puck, but he's not able to encounter any challenge. I know he wanted to, but he won't be able to. Murchie, with the option for the goal, he will instead opt to flip it up for the cross, and there isn't a player close enough to intercept it, and as a result the puck will sadly bounce behind the net. Nothing achieved, nothing lost, I suppose. Now the offense for Manitoba once again is the option to go for the shot with a nice long range shot, will sadly go wide. Murchie picking it up will be able to return it back around the net into the waiting arms of White-K. And White-K won't be able to capitalise on it. Murchie skating in an attempt to chase down the player. But he doesn't have it yet. Some nice stick handling from Dr. Germs will manage to make this a little bit longer of a run, and now the Manitoba defence is truly under pressure. St. Charles, however, now have their own turn at defence. As the puck is returned back to them, they will lob it through the sky and almost into the net. It does, sadly for me, sail over. Only 2 minutes left in the period. We're going to need to see something change very quickly. Icy able to return it back behind the net. Nina will watch it mournfully, however Dr. Jones is on the case, and the lob from Zod, I believe that was unable to connect, leaving Marchie to encounter another 1-versus-1. Dr. Jones able to collect the puck and disarm his opponent and send it back down the pitch into the waiting arms of a St. Charles player who gladly returns it. Manitoba's defence is now truly under stress, and they haven't broken all game long, and I don't think they'll break now. What do you think could be the key to breaking it? Do you see any angles of attack that aren't being exploited?
it kind of seems like St. Charles is just trying to dump the puck in, and they might want to go for some shorter passes, trying to find open space before they get into Manitoba zone and try to exploit that. But
Well, St. Charles don't appear to be taking your advice because they're strung out yet again, although a nice long range shot will be denied by some great keeping. The puck goes off into infinity, landing within Ice's point of view. He will send out his minion Icy to send it back up the pitch. Now the option for Manitoba is available to score. They won't be able to capitalise though. And Dr. Germs is forced to pick it up a bit further on the defensive side, with only 50 seconds left. We might be going to the first overtime of the RSL season. Now it has been picked up and returned by Zod and goes. They will be flopping it on down into the waiting arms of Nina and Nova Star, who will send it back in turn with only 30 seconds left on the clock. This pick will have to be brilliant. Murchie, the only player in the area for Manitoba, and he won't be able to get it as Exodus lobs the puck down. It is swiftly returned. There is the option to score. There's a possibility, but it is a slim one. 15 seconds on the clock. Make that just 10 as the time is rapidly running out. Manitoba, only 8 seconds has the option perhaps, and it will be denied. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We are going to overtime. That is the first overtime of this RSL season. What do you make of that, Guy?
I guess I'd say, looking at these two teams, I'd expect it. I think they're a lot of veterans on both teams. I don't see anyone here that hasn't played in the RSL previously, so they know what they're supposed to do. Just gonna see who can get a goal on the board here. It's gonna take a lot.
Well, I am very excited because this is the first overtime, and of course overtime means more points for everybody involved. Overtime victories get you more points. Overtime losses get you more points. Now, Icy and White Kite will be the only players on Manitoba in the area to defend it, or rather attack it. I misspoke. Goes, however, you flagged him as a player to watch. Guy, he's now got the breakaway as he sails past two players. The only player in the area is Dr. Kerms and Nina, and it will sail past one. However, it has been denied by Nina with some great
It's a
play.
fantastic save.
Germs able to return it back up to White Kite. However, it has been picked up in turn by Murchie, or Zol rather. Now able to run away with it and lead it up into the open. Zod goes for the shot. He is blocked brilliantly. And that will be the end of that push, provided he isn't able to make this cross, which he almost able. You flagged short passes. They tried to do that. Didn't quite work. But Zod was definitely going for that. Exodus forced to leave his more defensive position in order to pick it up and run it around. Back up to Zod. Zod misses it though, and White K is able to put in the air. However, a missed swipe, perhaps the nerves of such a close game getting to him. And it is still very much in St. Charles' possession. St. Charles will fling it around back behind the net of Manitoba. Manitoba forced to go chasing for it. Manitoba finally do have puck control. Never mind, it's been picked up, and Nina will fumble the save, and that'll be it. Zod leading it, and that'll be the end of the game with St. Charles taking it in overtime 3-2. An absolutely amazing game.
Not how you want to see it end though. It was a bit of a fluky goal, I'd say.
Well,
The save Nina definitely should have made.
Our next match, of course, will be Peoria versus Binghamton. Peoria crushed their opponents on Monday with a stunning 6-point lead, 8-2 victory over Scranton. Tonight, however, they face Binghamton's unassailable defense, who were able to orchestrate a 3-0 victory over Manitoba in the first game of the RSL. Who do you see winning this one?
It's hard to say. Peoria played way better than everyone thought they would the other day, but at the same time, I think Binghamton's having self-plug and net and a pretty formidable defense will probably garner them a win for this game.
Well, I can't wait. I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to a splash screen while we await the players to hop in the server. And I thank you very much for watching. My name has been TJ. I'm casting alongside Guy, and we will be back after this short break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second game night of RSL this season. My name is TJ. We're casting Peoria against Binghamton. This should be a great match. Casting alongside me is Guy. How are you doing?
Doing good. I think it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a very defensively minded team from what we've seen so far versus a team that had a ridiculous scoring outburst from Dragon Quacky Face. So we'll see which one prevails today.
Well, already we can see the early offence over on the team you flagged. Not as the offensive team, Binghamton. Oh, sorry, that was the warm-up. It said game starting. I apologise.
User joined your channel.
Oh, people are joining the channel. I'm uncomfortable with this. It's Unova.
Don't worry, you just have 3 BOCs in here.
Oh, I feel very judged now. Early offence from Binghamton is presenting itself, or rather, sorry, early offence from Peoria is presenting itself. Binghamton, however, able to maintain the defence. Never mind, stolen away by a great play from, I believe that was Drag. However, it has been easily returned to the defence of Binghamton. Never mind, the offence briefly has another go at it. However, Peoria isn't able to get it in as it is swatted away into the welcoming arms of another Peoria player, stolen away by Galuchin, who's never mind, just a Binghamton player. And he goes for a great shot, and he will be able to get the shot. Galuchin with Galchenyuk with a great.
It's a real player name.
Early
now.
Galchenyuk. Okay, I'm sticking with it.
Yep.
Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk. Canucks.
Close enough.
Yes, the
Burnham able to pick it up on Quacky Face for the first goal of this game going to Binghamton. However, they haven't been able to get anything else yet. Quacky Face able to run it briefly back down the pitch. Never mind, he will get a full offence out of it. Peoria able to throw it around the backside and into the Binghamton's side. Now, Binghamton forced to play offence as the Peoria side will see the puck skating around behind the goalkeeper, and Frisk risks leaving in order to lob it back down the pitch. And he is going on the offence. I've never seen a keeper do this before, as he loses patience with his offence and decides to take it into his own hands. Now, of course, he has to be skating back as quickly as he can. Kilpassel able to skate on over and perhaps return it. However, the save will come in from Frisk, who's proven himself versatile so far. Some great defence from the Peoria side. Will keep it out of the net. And Binghamton forced to play defence, but only temporarily, as Burnwornham, fucking hell these names, Burnwornham should be able to return it back down the pitch. Ace Bluff, fuck! Could you guys set your names to things that are less than 3 syllables? That would be really nice. Space Cow, there's a nice name, and there's a nice shot as he races on it. Now, it has been denied by some great save from Frisk, and it will be sent back over into the welcoming arms of Drag. Burnwornham able to skate around and pick it up self-plug. Forced to leave the net in order to properly defend. Sent into Kilpassel's arms. However, Kilpassel whiffs it. So does Space Cow, leaving him and Goose Armani in an easy challenge for it. The puck goes sailing through the air into Galchenyuk's opening arms, and that shot from him will not go in. He is responsible for the only goal this game so far, and it would have been a shame to see him get all the credit. So now he's given a shot for his teammates, or perhaps the opposing team, as he gets boggled up once yet again. And it will be sent into the arms of Peoria, now into infinity as the camera sails around. That puck did a full 360 of the stadium. Now sent right back over once again into Frisk's side of the court. The Peoria defence has been pretty much constantly under threat, but they have held up for the most part. It's interesting, you did note early on, Guy, that you expected Peoria to be the most offensive team here. That's not holding true, is it?
Not quite. They scored something like 8 goals last game, but self-plug and net
9.
and their strong defense on Binghamton. Yeah, 9 maybe.
No, 8,
I don't
you're right,
know.
8, because
so
they
many.
had a 6-point lead. It was 8. It was huge. It's a big number. Huge number.
But still, for Binghamton, very capable offensive team.
Well, Binghamton have definitely proven that so far with constant pressure on the Peoria defence. Now Peoria need to show that that defence is worth something and perhaps be able to bring in that offence And they definitely will have the opportunity with some great stick handling, able to get the puck down the field into the arms of their offense, and a long-range shot will barely go wide. With 33 seconds on the clock, that will likely be the end of scoring for this period, although there is the potential for it. With 28 seconds left on the clock and a quick push out of Binghamton, Binghamton won't be able to make anything out of it just yet, however there definitely is the potential. It will be denied by some solid defence from Peoria, and it will be lobbed right back down the court. Or not court, rink. We're watching tennis here, guys. It's the opening arms of the Binghamton defence, who will close those arms just as rapidly to deny the puck's entrance. A long-range shot goes, as to be expected, and the intermission comes in. End of the first period. Binghamton is leading by a point. What have you noticed? Anything interesting, Guy?
Well, you were saying, maybe we were casting a tennis match, and they are kind of just dumping the puck back and forth, so I don't know. There hasn't been too much passing. The one goal we saw was just a pretty nice stick handling play and a great shot by Galchenyuk, so we'll see if Peoria can match that.
Well, Peoria's their offense is finally getting the opportunity to spread their wings. However, they will not be spreading their wings for long, as I believe they have been clipped by the sudden appearance of the rest of Binghamton. Binghamton now have the opportunity to score. Mr. Goose, Armani and Frisk are the closest players to the puck, however, and they should be able to lock this out. Goose able to send it right on over to Drag, who in turn begins the offensive push for Peoria. A long-range snipe will go over the net, right into the perfect cross position. No, and there's backhand from Quacky! That was absolutely incredible as a shot, and Peoria will benefit greatly from it.
Wow. Yeah, it's the first goal self-plugs allowed this season, so maybe there's more to come for Peoria.
Well, Peoria able to tie up the scoreline. Now they're looking for more as they send it right back down. And Peoria now definitely have an offence underway. The puck goes into shot put, as he has been nicknamed, no longer. And his welcoming arms self-plug. Not able to get anything out of it. Quacky Face able to run around the back lines and not able to get the spin to win. And will have to skate backwards in order to recover it. Passes it nicely, however the pass has failed. That was very nice handling by Quacky Face, however his teammate definitely let him down in that engagement. Self-plug forced to leave the net. I think he's getting angry and sends it over to Burnworm, who picks it up in turn. God, 3-syllable names, that's all I ask. Returned by Self-plug. Goose Armani able to pick it up and send it right back into play. And right around behind the net, lurking around. Self-plug now under pressure. The Peoria defence has definitely begun to show up. However, now that the Peoria offense, I was going to say, has now begun to show up. However, the Peoria defense needs to show up because they are under pressure. Binghamton is right inside their ranks. Binghamton, however, has been forced out. Mr. Quacky Face, he's a mister. He's hit puberty. He's matured. He's an adult duck. Frisk able to skate over and return it quickly. Don't ruin his dreams. Drag picks it up, skates down the ice. Won't be able to get very far at all, though. And Goose Armani, maybe that's Quacky Face's mum. Returns it over to Drag. Drag running it down, or skating it down, as I've been corrected numerous times, and shot out by a solid defence. Returned instantly, though. Peoria maintaining control. Never mind, they've been cancelled out. However, a bit of a fumble from Binghamton will allow the play to continue for Peoria. It's passed over to Space Cow, though. Space Cow with the opportunity for a breakaway. He beats his first defender and goes almost in. Never mind, it's right around the goal and shut out by some great last-second defence from the Peoria keeper and co. Peoria able to skate down now. Opening up once again with a bit of a breakaway and a pass over to the cross. Surely coming in. Never mind, it's going around behind the net. I'm not sure I agree with that decision. Or it may have been that he didn't have any other option. Here comes the cross pass. Surely, never mind. It's been denied. I think perhaps if he hadn't wanted the goal for himself, he would have been fine. There was a perfect opportunity for Ace Bulf to score. However, he wasn't able to capitalise. And now the puck was briefly stuck on top of the net. Now it's been returned, however, sent back down into the Peoria side of the ice. Returned instantly by Peoria. Peoria racing it on down and able to go for a long-range shot that's narrowly denied by Self-Plug, who's been under very consistent pressure this match, only faltered once though. Now, Goose Armani able to pick it up and lob it on down, back over to Self-Plug. Self-Plug chasing after it and flinging it back down. You can have that back, he says. Put out by Goose Armani though. Goose Armani playing great tennis. Just able to hold the line. Where it's sent back over Space Cow, or Kill Pencil this time, able to return it. Self-Plug once again forced to chase a puck, and he doesn't hit it. Manages to get back to his net in time, even if a Peoria team had managed to, or Peoria player had managed to put a stick on it. Kill Pencil able to pick it up, going for the advantage in this game. However, they will collide. There's some brain injuries for you. Galchenyuk leading the way into Goose Armani. He beats his first defender, and this cross could be good. It has been denied, however. Quacky Face will be the closest player to the puck, and he won't be very close for long as Burn Burnham is able to absolutely deny. Never mind, Quacky Face capitalises. Quacky Face is in, and he almost goes for the pass, but he gets denied. Now it's sailing around the back lines, and somebody's fallen over. Get them to the ER. Will be the intermission. Binghamton and... I'm sorry. Was that funny?
Just a little.
Oh, I'm sorry. Binghamton and Peoria tied up so far. What do you make of this game, Guy?
That period in particular, Peoria had much more consistent pressure than Binghamton. I can only recall maybe one good opportunity Binghamton had. So, kind of more of what I expected, but I don't really know what's going to happen here.
Well, Peoria have that
up,
consistent offense firing away right now as they begin their entrance. I'm sorry, I interrupted you because I thought there was an opportunity they were going to score, but then they just screwed it all up, so keep talking.
It's alright.
Sent back down into Peoria's arms. Kill Pencil not able to complete the pass. Now he is, as the pass is returned to him quite violently. However, he won't manage to collect it. And it's sent perhaps into the net. Frisk able to watch it go by with great pleasure, surely. Quacky Face running around the back of the net and lobbing it on down the pitch or ice. Goose Armani picking it up between his legs and able to send it right on in behind the net. Now, of course, Self-Plug is running away with it, as keepers are apt to do. You know, occasionally just go for goal scores themselves. Galchenyuk is able to intercept the clear, and that'll be Peoria able to establish a great defense. His Quacky Face completely outplays Cow. It was very well done on his part, and he definitely will be quite happy with the result of it as he bounces it off the back wall, skating right into the arms of, I believe that was Drag. Drag not able to pick it up though, and it will be lobbed right on back. I don't know how either team's going to break this successful defense, although there definitely was the opportunity there for Binghamton. Binghamton not able to fully capitalise though. Peoria now able to run it back. Shot out by Binghamton. Binghamton's offense is finally back in the game for this final third quarter. This could be huge if a goal occurs this late in the game, and it will be definitely up in the air as Self-Plug is forced to watch a goal potential definitely open up. The defense is able to lock it out though, and Peoria once again is under pressure. Binghamton goes for the shot. It's denied by a great save from Frisk, and that'll be Frisk's teammates quite happy with that. Quacky Face able to skate around the backside and send it right on back down the ice into the Binghamton side. Binghamton returning it in full force. Quacky Face and Space Cow in close quarters, not able to create anything of substance though, as Peoria is now on the offense. Never mind, it's been shut out by some great defense. And return, never mind. There's some great individual play happening here, however, neither has been enough to give their team anything that matters so far, and this shot on goal will be wide. Quacky Face able to run it down, Drag forced to alter his course to deal with the situation. Frisk watches and skates out to deal with it. It will be intercepted suddenly and skated down, using it as a nice pass, and this is some great play, and a great goal from Drag. That was amazing. The individual stick handling was absolutely beautiful there.
I figured that was what it would take, some individual play and Drag, just what they needed there. Got past probably 2 or 3 guys. Great play.
Well, I'm glad you're so enthusiastic about that great play, Guy.
Great
Seriously?
play.
Don't you sound like he's killed your dog? You're like, yeah, man, I mean, I would like to applaud his play, but he killed my dog, so I actually can't get that excited
Yeah.
about it, because I'm still in
Drag
mourning.
does trigger me pretty often, so can't get too excited.
Well, Drag with some great play again definitely is the option to get yet another goal as he's in a one-on-one with the keeper and he beats the keeper and sends it in. Drag absolutely incredible 3-1 for Peoria. I think I know how that ridiculous scoreline the other night happened.
Yeah, Self-Plug was just on an island there, and Drag just had to beat one guy, so when you give him that chance, he's going to do it 9 out of 10 times. So.
Well, now picked up and once again going in for the score. Quacky face, Abel. This is unstoppable now. The Peoria offense has cranked into gear. Peoria up 4-1 in the final period of this game with only 55 seconds left. Surely there won't be another one as it sails in. Is safely deflected by Self-Plug though. And I do believe that'll be the end of the game with only 46 seconds left. Returned into the goal. Self-Plug forced to run out of his net in order to hit it back. Kalachenyuk able to return it in kind. Drag able almost to catch up, but not quite managing. Now Kalachenyuk has a bit of a breakaway and a long-range shot will be denied by the keeper in Frisk. Turned over to Quacky Face. He's responsible for one of the goals this game. However, he won't be responsible for a second, I believe, because it has been sent out behind the net. Drag racing on over. Quacky Face will get there first and bounce it over potentially to Drag, but no, it will do a 360 right along the outside. That puck is grinding like it's Tony Hawk. Now, however, it's been picked up by Kalachenyuk. Kalachenyuk passes it in and the potential for a goal is there. However, it will be whiffed. And now, that'll be the final score of this game. Binghamton falls, unfortunately for them, in a very, very tight match. Do you have any final thoughts about that game?
I have to say, I'm extremely impressed with Peoria. Everyone coming into the season saw them as one of the weakest teams, and so far they've scored, I guess, 12 goals now. So that's pretty impressive.
That save by Frisk definitely defined that game. It was 1-1, and that was a great play by Binghamton, and he just stopped that. And I think that helped them keep the momentum and get those goals.
Well, thank you very
I
much
definitely think.
for watching this match. We will be back in just a few seconds with the final game of tonight, Scranton Penguins versus the Wolves. Please stay tuned. My name has been TJ, I'm casting alongside Guy. Welcome back. The Scranton Penguins, who we're about to see, had a rough start to the season because they were curb stomped by some rough rivermen from Peoria. Unfortunately for them, their opposition tonight, the Wolves, looked very hungry in a narrow victory over St. Charles during day one. My phone's going off, so you talk quickly, please, Guy.
I think we're going to see Wilkes-Barre probably rebound this game. It's probably one of the worst games we've seen to start out a season in recent memory, so I'd be inclined to think that they're going to play much better. They have an excellent roster, so we'll see what they can do. On the other side, Bertha and Crackpipe, I believe, is their offense, so definitely formidable. I think Bertha's been, well, both those guys really have been pretty underrated in their pretty much their entire careers, so
Well,
see what they can do tonight.
I'm glad to hear that, and I'm even more glad that my phone managed to stop ringing. My name, of course, is TJ. I'm casting the final match tonight of the RSL alongside Guy over on twitch.tv/HQM Network. I encourage you, if you're watching us on the VOD, to join us most weeknights around 7 PM Eastern. We are having a great time playing Hockey Question Mark, a completely free game. But now we are live into the match with the Wolves going up against the Penguins. How do you expect this to go?
I honestly have no idea. I didn't actually catch Worcester's last game, and the Wilkes-Barre Penguins, very rough start to the season.
Scranton Penguins. Scranton Penguins, thank you very much.
Yes, well, they had a very rough start to their season, to say the least, but I think they have a formidable roster. I think they'll do much better this game.
It's very rare I get to correct anyone on anything, so I leap at the opportunity whenever it's presented. GT.
You're both right. The full name is Wilkes-Barre Scranton.
You know what? Shut up. I'm right. He's wrong. Omaha is forced to play defense alongside the Penguins side, and Scranton is almost in. There's a goal almost. That was a terrible fumble by the keeper. It wasn't actually anywhere near the net, but I believe that Sully managed to make it much closer than it could have been. Now, of course, though, it's up in the air. Omaha and Flo are leading the offense for Scranton, but they haven't gotten anything yet. Now Scranton being forced to play defense, and Omaha leading the way with a great shot, which almost goes in. Now forced, unfortunately, to slide on back to the defense side. Picks up in turn by Bertha on the offense, or rather defense, for the Wolves. Won't be able to get anything yet, and the Penguins are unfortunately also stuck. I don't see how this game's going to get anywhere unless one of these teams mans up, grows some balls, and smashes the other team's defense.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That'll do it.
Alright, thank you. That was my top tier analysis. With an easy shot to make, it will almost go in! I don't believe that. I don't think Sully got an inch on that. However, it reflected off both of the posts to stay completely out, and now the offensive opportunity is in here for the Wolves. It will be denied, thankfully, because that would have been kind of frustrating for them, I do think, as they almost got a goal, and then were completely denied over on the Penguins side. The Penguins now have to return it in turn, and won't be able to get anything out of it yet. We will see some great offense from the Wolves side as they begin to make headway. But they haven't gotten anything out of it yet, and the Scranton side is able to play defense well enough and return it back in turn. Scranton now with the opportunity to make an offense. With the opportunity to make an offensive play, not an offense. You can't just make one on the fly. Will almost go into net. Austin able to keep it in play, though, with the shot going wildly over the net. Picked up in turn by Crack 9. Omaha sailing in order to return it. These shots are sailing every which way except for inside the two goalposts. Around the backside, over the crack pipe, I do say he should be able to send it all the way right back down into the welcoming, or perhaps not so welcoming, Penguin arms. Penguins don't have arms. They have flippers and wings. Must be hard for them to play hockey.
Yeah, that's why they lost so badly last game.
I mean, they also got curb stomped by Rivermen, so I don't really blame them. Rivermen are tough, man. Omaha leading the way. And almost in! That was huge! The Wolves should have had that. I guess that evens up the bullshit almost goal counter for both teams having won. The easy shot from Q Wiener has opened up. He's got definitely a bit of a breakaway. However, some great defensive play from Big Bertha has denied it to him. Huey managing to turn around, and in the middle of all this, a player over on the Penguins side, the Scranton side, is able to get away with the puck, and they lob it back at the goal. Omaha sailing in with an attempt to keep it in play, and he definitely has achieved that. However, there are only 50 seconds left in the period. Austin has to go for the cross, and he fumbles it, allowing the Wolves side to make a bit of a run of it. However, they haven't managed anything yet, and blown around. I don't think anybody's going to get anything in the final seconds of this period. 30 seconds on the clock. Kiewiter able to keep it in play. Perhaps possible for Scranton. All they have to do is make a great play in the next 27 seconds. Scranton is definitely in play. Flown around and unfortunately out of play, provided Austin isn't able to hit this shot with only 20 seconds. Make that 17. Make that 15. It's looking incredibly unlikely. Omaha picks it up. Runs around the backside, lobbing it over to Tony. 7 seconds on the clock. This should be it, as Tony is caught in the middle of a battle, and that'll be the end of the first period. The Wolves only with no points. However, luckily for them, the Scranton Penguins, unfortunately, not able to get anything either. What do you make of the game so far, Guy?
It was kind of like the first period of the last game. We saw each team kind of had maybe one or two good opportunities, but other than that, it was just a lot of dumping the puck. So hopefully we can see some better passing this period.
Yeah, absolutely. Last game, we saw both teams explode kind of independently in their own periods. And this game, I would love to see both teams explode in the same period. Big Bertha able to lob it over to Omaha, who in turn lobs it back into Big Bertha, who will allow the reflection over to the Penguins side of the court. The Wolves chasing after the puck like a pack of ravenous wolves. Unable to get a fang on it, though. We returned over to
Sharks.
Slim. No, the Wolves. I know this.
No, it's the Worcester Sharks.
Well, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
You're making me feel sad. I'm going to look this right now. Oh yeah, no,
I
you're
wasn't
right.
sure if you were saying Sharks
the-
or Wolves, but
It's the Runarana Wolves. That's why I'm mixed up, because they're both unpronounceable.
the same GM. You're actually not that far off. The
See,
same.
that's
person
why I
GM
was
both
mixed up.
games.
That's why I was mixed up. Thank you
Must
for
have
that
been
correction. Austin able to potentially provide some defense for the Sharks, as they have been wisely renamed. However, the Penguins will be able to return it in hand, and I don't think we're going to be able to get anywhere with this play so far. It's been tossed over to GT, the defensive side for Scranton. Has been quite strong so far, with only 3 minutes on the clock in the second period, and still no scoring. The Scranton side is a bit of a breakaway. It's been denied by some great play from Slim, rather. Sorry, two names collided. I wasn't able to read who had it. Keweener, able to put a bit of a finger on the ball, or puck rather. However, has been denied now. Keweener going in for the Sharks or Scranton side, and almost in. However, it has been narrowly off the post. The biggest keeper in this game so far has definitely been the post. Tony Flo skating in to shut down the Sharks offense. However, Crack 9 is definitely in play. Crack 9 tries to bounce it off the wall. It has been denied. It is going all the way up the wall. And picked up by Bertha, who in turn sails it towards the net. The Sharks are almost in there. However, they are not managing to complete their offensive push yet. They're instead circling like a pack of hungry sharks. See, I can make puns no matter what their name is. Scranton, returning all the way back down the pitch and almost into the goal, but there we go. Tony Flo able to score the first point of this match. The Worcester Sharks.
Worcester.
Worcester?
It,
See, the Massachusetts one is
it's like
pronounced
Worcester or something. Just call them the worst. Yes.
Yes.
Just call them the Sharks, I guess.
Well, the Scranton Penguins have the first point over on those Sharks. And it's been sent over to Austin. Austin of the Scranton Penguins was key in their initial push, however. So is Tony Flo, and he has the puck now. It's been denied by some great defensive play. Sent over to Crackpipe. Austin sailing in, attempting to put a finger on it. Now there's that potential for offense from the Sharks. They won't be able to get away with it, though. It's been picked up, lobbed back down the rink into the waiting arms of Big Bertha. Big Bertha must have big arms, because he's managed to keep a hold on that. Sent over to Crackpipe. Crackpipe must be high, because he missed that completely. Austin able to pick it up and return it around. This is some good defense we're seeing. Tony Flo of 1 goal so far sends it right, almost scoring a second goal, or perhaps an assist. GT able to send it over to Omaha, though. Keweener on the offense. No own goals from him, I'm sure. Keweener sends it over to Tony Flo. Never mind, he will manage to survive, and beating out one player isn't good enough, because he's given it to another one on the other team. Tony Flo and co are racing to intercept, and the Sharks have a decent offensive push from one of the first times this game. However, it's been shut down. This is easily remedied, and Austin and co, Tony Flo, almost with the puck. It's been denied by a nice save from Sully. Those are the kind of saves that you should hit every time.
User
However,
disconnected from your channel.
sometimes people don't. Sky, are you still here?
You bet.
Okay, someone
That was
disconnected.
busy
I
that
don't have
just left.
Wi-Fi. Yeah. Crackpipe sending it right down the ice into GT's waiting arms. The defense from the Scranton Penguins has been absolutely incredible so far, but that shot was unfortunately not in. The Austin of the Scranton
User joined your channel.
almost get it in, and now the second period is over. We've got 2 periods. Do you think we're going to see any more scoring, or do you think that's it?
I'm skeptical, to be honest with you. The one goal in this game was kind of fluky. It just was bouncing in front of the net, and they happened to be there to tap it in. But we're not seeing too many good chances from either team, so
Well,
I don't know.
right now, potentially we have one, because Scranton have this side of the ice, correct, but they don't have the players. Kiwin are screwing it up, and that will allow Lamp to lead the way. Slim taking a shot on GT's goaltending. GT will be quite offended by that, and he will leave to enforce the point, which almost backfires terribly. Of the remainder of his team is swiftly there to help defend. I've seen a lot of keepers overextending out of their net. What do you think of this trend? Is it genuinely a trend? As Keywinner goes for the one-on-one, I should cast this instead, and it's been shut out.
I don't know. It's kind of, you wouldn't see it in real life, but in this game, it's kind of a bit more practical, I guess.
Fair enough. Sent all the way down the pitch into the opening arms of Sully. If he'd whiffed that, he would never have heard the end of it from me. He would have sullied his name. As Keywinner skates over and returns it. And this will be Tony Flo with the opportunity to get the shot. He won't manage to get it though, and neither will Keywinner manage to keep it in offensive play. Now the Sharks finally have the opportunity, if they hit this from GT, to make an offense happen. And it's been shut out instantly. As soon as I call it out, that's the end of their offense, boys. And it's right on back over. And this opportunity definitely is presenting itself as Office Lamp passes it over to Slim. Slim keeping it in play with some great puck play. However, it's been challenged. Now it's been held on to. Here's the potential for a goal, and it goes over the net. It'll be shut out. Omaha able to return it to the correct side of the ice, at least within the Scranton side's view. Scranton have had some absolutely incredible defense so far. Would you agree with that?
Definitely. They, after the collapse that was their last game, to have the other team not have a goal this far in the game, it's great to see. Hopefully they can keep it up for their sake.
Well, Sully's going for the goal himself as he lobs it all the way in, and I think he would have made it if, I believe that was, Big Bertha hadn't decided to take matters into his own hands. I think he stood a much better chance before Bertha fired. However, the Sully will get yet another chance as he lobs it right back down the pitch into the welcoming arms of the Scranton offense. However, they have been denied by some great defense, which is something we've seen quite a lot of as a goal goes in from Slim at long range. And that'll be it. The Sharks tying up the game 1-1 in the third period with only 2 minutes left. Are we going to overtime yet again?
I'd say so. This has been a stalemate for most of the game, pretty much. Maybe not on the scoreboard, but not much has been going on, so I think we're going to see an overtime here.
Well, Omaha is going to attempt to rectify the possibility of an overtime as he sends it right back down to the opposing side. Office Lamp hoping to do a repeat performance, able to flip it on past his opponent. That was some great handling. However, it has backfired as it is kept in offensive play by the Scranton side, and here's the opportunity. It has been denied. Sent back around and sent right back into offensive play. Big Bertha skating in to embrace the puck, not able to hit it. Has been returned to the Scranton side of the pitch, and Omaha and Co will attempt to stop that, but they won't be able to. A great deflection that could have gone in. That was incredibly quick. Now it will be within Sully's grasp as he launches it down into the correct side of the pitch. At least in his point of view, it's been returned. That's a great save from GT. GT keeps the play alive. Keywinner lobbing it in to the open net. That'll be another goal for the Sharks. No, sorry, for the Scranton side. I'm terrible. What do you think of that?
I think Sully made the right play there. Just unfortunate that his defense wasn't there to back him up.
And we have seen that Sully's been forced to 1 versus 1 several times, and he's lost at a few of them. I'd say 2 times. And it's definitely noticeable on the scoreboard. Perhaps his defense needs to play a bit more defensively. However, the lack of them having a scoreboard would point the other direction. GT leaking out of his net to slap it back in the right direction. I almost said slob because I was trying to say 2 words at the same time. Slim lobbing it over to Office Lamp. It does get past Office Lamp, and Sully is forced to sully his keeper reputation by exiting the net. Crackpipe lobs it over to Bertha, who in turn lets it pass into the arms of the Scranton side. Scranton skating around and slamming it around the outside of the ring into the open arms of a great defensive play from the Sharks. For the Sharks have only 7 seconds left to equalise this, and I think we're looking at the final score as it almost goes into the open net. And that'll be it for the final game of the RSL tonight. My name has been TJ, and the Sharks have fallen to some very angry Penguins. Guy, do you have any closing thoughts as we end this cast?
I don't know. Everyone that was sleeping on Peoria before tonight, you gotta watch out. I've been really impressed with them. I didn't think they would beat Binghamton, honestly. I thought Self-Plug's goalie, his goaltending would trump their offense, but I was wrong. So, it's definitely the team to look out for at this point.
Well, I absolutely agree with you as I frantically adjusted because I didn't plan ahead that well. But I planned ahead well enough to be able to throw you guys over some great music, and thank you very much for watching. If you haven't played this game, feel free to check it out right below this stream. If you have played this game, my name's TJ. I'm brand new. Let me know how I'm doing. I am incredibly eager to have some feedback from you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next Wednesday. Our Parabola should be handling the cast on Monday for both of these 2 leagues. I look forward to seeing the results and livecast that on this very same Twitch channel. Have a very good rest of your night.